Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. I can see familiar faces. The faces were here exactly at this time last year with us. And faces that turn really happy at the end of each presentation. That's what we expect from all of you, to enjoy, to learn from us. Okay? Today, as a first presentation, we have a really interesting topic. The chapter says from reading to writing. In this presentation, Ms Carmen Cama will analyze and reflect how teaching to millennials in our schools is being carried out. We will share ideas and come up with handy solutions in order to have students develop these skills evenly. Let me introduce Ms Carmen Cama, okay, our first presenter, right? Carmen Cama, born in Lima, holds a degree in economics and diploma in business administration from Icpna 2012. She also holds a Michigan certificate and different campus ISO certificates. She has taught content-based instruction (CBI) courses in management and serves as a teacher for Icpna's highly successful National English Specialization Program (NESP), a project that was carried out in 2010 and 2011 on behalf of Peru's Ministry of Education. Carmen Cama has been involved in the teaching of English for Business and ESP since 1998 and ESL since 1993. Her interest in the national context took her to follow studies of national defense at CAI, Centro de Altos Estudios Nacionales, an experience that broadened her view of our country and its people. She is currently studying at the SAM, Diploma Internacional en Formulación de Indicadores y Mediciones Administración de Personas. Without further ado, with you, Ms. Carmen Cama.
Thank you, Jose. Jose Ojara is our academic mentor in our branch of Economics, right? Once again, as Mr. Caracteriza said, welcome to Icpna. This year is really special for us. It is our 11th, I think, version of this series of events for you, seminars, and it is also a pleasure for all of us on behalf of Icpna to have you here, because this year we are celebrating our 80th anniversary. 80 years that Icpna is a consolidated institution, and I am sure many teachers were formed here at Icpna, right? You studied English. Can you raise your hands, the one who studied English here? Icpna mate, that is how we're going to. Icpna mate, very good. Who studied methodology here? Yeah, all of us who are now in the education career, we took our first courses of English here, fell in love with English, then with the career, and now we are making an impact in all our students' lives in classroom. How many teachers are we right now? More than 100, right? We are here, more than 100 teachers. And each of you is in charge of at least 25 students, right? So here we are 100 teachers, but we are going to impact the life of more than 500 children, more than 500 teenagers and adolescents, the future of our country. I do value the effort, I do value the work you do in your public schools. All of us who come from public schools, public universities, we know how hard it is. And we should feel very proud of the education we receive from our country. Congratulations, everybody, and let us start. The topic today is from reading to writing. Okay, we are going to see the following video, and I would like you to reflect on that. Cesar is going to help us this morning, Cesar, shall we?
Amy, it says you are trained in technology. That's very good. Are you adept at Excel?
No.
PowerPoint?
No.
Publisher?
Not really.
Exactly in what area of technology are you proficient?
Snapchat, Pinterest, Instagram, Vine, Twitter. You know the big ones.
I'm surprised you didn't say Facebook.
That's for old people, like my parents. That's funny.
Well, Amy, when you're working for me, you have to have those kind of research skills, because I'll send you things for you to comb through and get the answers and send them to me. So for that, you've got to be really good at technology.
For stuff like that, no problem. I'll just ask Siri.
You just ask Siri?
You know, Siri tell me this, Siri find me that. We're all good at getting you the answers.
Tell Siri I want you ready to go at 8 sharp each and every morning.
I don't understand
What don't you understand?
what you just said.
You don't understand be ready to go?
No. You said 8, right?
Yes.
8 like in the morning 8?
Yes, in the morning.
Yeah. That kind of doesn't work for me. Who gets up at 8?
I do.
I Skype with my French boyfriend in Paris until like 3 in the morning. I don't even get to Starbucks until like 10, where I order my grande chai tea latte, 3 pump skim milk, light water, 2% foam, extra hot but not too hot. So if it's okay, I work best in the morning at 10:45.
Wow. Amy, I don't think we're going to be a good fit.
Why are you so negative? I can sense your hostilities, and right now I am not feeling very safe. I've been here for over 5 minutes, and the only nice thing you have said to me was nice resume, which I typed all night for this meeting with you. You've given me no guidance, no validation, no encouragement, no supervision. Is there an HR director somewhere?
HR director?
Yes, I need to speak to someone. I may have to take off today as a mental health day.
Take today off. Amy, look at me. You don't work here.
Are you firing me?
Okay, so now please let us move to the following slide. Okay, sorry. So now please, after watching this video, shall we answer the following questions in groups and discuss about it? Question number 1. Are you familiar with these social media logos? Which ones do your students use? My question is, public school, private institutes, we share something in common. Have you observed your students carrying this every single day? Yes. In your schools, please, how many students do have cell phones? Everybody. When you teach your classes, are they constantly checking your cell phones? What is the rule that you set in your class? Do you forbid cell phones? Do you punish them for using cell phones in class? In high school. Do you teach English in primary school? Only high school, right? So what do we do with these cell phones? If we keep on forbidding, banning students from using cell phones, it is going to be an endless story, right? Like this teenager here. And this is how teaching millennials nowadays it is. All of us, we learn English, we studied last century. All of us come from the last century, and in our classroom right now we have millennials. They were born with this. So we are either with or against them. Let us use this for our advantage, and we are going to see with this workshop practical ideas how to use and take advantage of this gadget and device our students use. How many people do you think you can get in touch in only 1 second of your class or 2 minutes of your class? For example, right now you were watching the video and I was in touch with my family, which is 5 people in a group. Then I was also in touch with the people in my office. So in only a couple of minutes of your class, your student is in contact not only with people here in Lima, but all over the world, and also checking their Facebook with people from around the world, right? So please, let us discuss the following questions, and which one do your students use? Please discuss and which logos are you familiar with. Shall we discuss for 1 minute? You know it's options, right? What is mine? This is not a the social media network that each logo represents. Number one, that one on the corner, it is Pinterest. How do the student use it? Do you know what Pinterest? How does it work? Whenever you ask somebody for pictures, for movies. Second one, please. The yellow one is Snapchat, and that is a ghost, right? The logo of a ghost. And how do our students use it? Say it again, please. To make funny videos, all right? Next logo, please. I think everybody, all of us are aware of that. That is YouTube. Next one, please. Letter F. Please, can you raise your hands? All the ones that have a Facebook account, raise your hands, raise your hands, raise your hands. All of us, right? Facebook, all right? Sorry. Next logo represents Instagram. And what is that? Picture, right? Next logo, Twitter. Do you use Twitter? Would you like to have Twitter? What about public people, our politicians and people from the jet set? Do they use Twitter? Tell me please of a politician, a serious one that you know that uses Twitter and communicates through Twitter. A politician. Do you remember Mercedes Arauz sending once a Twitter? Yeah. Alright. Would you consider the idea to have your own Twitter account? Yes or no? Think about it. Don't say not yet because I'm considering about it. Think about it. Consider that option because that is not the future. That is the present. And that is the best way to communicate with our millennials, our students, right? Next logo. WhatsApp. Raise your hands. Do you have a WhatsApp? Do you? Yeah. Who is using WhatsApp right now in this conference? Raise your hands. All of us. I was using my WhatsApp for checking something in my family. Alright, so we are checking WhatsApp, but we are paying attention to the conference. And that is the reality of our children and teenagers. They can do that. WhatsApp, pay attention to your class, and do something else. WhatsApp with friends, check Facebook with 5 friends in the web, and keep on paying attention to your class. So it is also linked to our attention span and to be multitasking, right? Second, or next one please, are you familiar with that logo? Somebody? It is for Google Maps. And finally, Google Maps. And finally, Waze, right? Waze, very good. But it's for location. It's for location, that's right. And finally, the last one, somebody's at the back sitting. And that is Vine. The last one is Vine. All the logos that are represented here, they were mentioned by the girl in the video you just saw. They were mentioned by the girl, and that is real life. Our students speak in that language. Our students use those social media networks. So let us continue with the following. Alright, what's that please? That is what's that conversation, right? Okay. The first message says, hi Dan, I need a favor from you. How many words can you count? Okay, that was written by a teenager. Using what? One finger, the thumbs? Thumbs, right? Both at the same time. Okay, the reply, it's only one word. Continue with the other reply. Remember the company profile you designed for us last year? Well, I need one new tweak on the 5, please. Would you be able to help on that? How many words does that paragraph have? A lot of words. More than 5. It is a long sentence. Can you identify a connector? Think of analyze the verbs, the adjectives, and connectors. And punctuation marks. Can you see a punctuation mark? Which one? Now please analyze this WhatsApp texting as a teacher. How many verbs, and give this student his or her credits because he or she is writing in English. And this is the reality. And think about a way how to take advantage of WhatsApp because I am planning to do it with a group of students here. They use WhatsApp every single day. We can put stickers in the classroom, no eating, no food, no cell phone, but we still have that issue. Student using a cell phone, carrying a cell phone, right? So please analyze through the perspective of a teacher and check this conversation and praise the student. Do not punish the student. Do not scold the student. Praise the student because of the use of verbs, connectors, punctuation marks, etc. Please look and find something positive to tell these students about this WhatsApp conversation, because it is a conversation that is written. All right, a couple of minutes, please. Praise the student. Find good things, positive things on this conversation. 2 minutes, please, with your partner in groups of 3. Is there something positive about this WhatsApp? Yes. To share, please say something positive about this conversation in English. Okay, somebody to say something positive to these students. Somebody, okay, what's her name? Lenny, and tell me your school, please. Language Center, congratulations. Okay, Lenny, please. Let's listen to Lenny.
Okay, I will praise this student because he's using capital letter at the beginning of all his sentences. And he's using periods in most of them. And whenever he asks a question, he's using question marks. And he's expressing his ideas using a variety of vocabulary. He's using contractions to make his conversation more fluent. And he's making himself understood by the other person.
Thank you, Lenny, right? Lovely. Class for Lenny. And something else, lady, you were going to add something? No? Very good. Thank you, Lenny. That's right. Praise the student, find something positive. And if you ever catch or got a student or couple of in your class using cell phones, okay, do not punish them, because we need students involved in our classes. We need a student hooked up with our lessons. And by the way, how many hours of English do we have a week in our schools? 5 hours, twice a week, right? So you are the only English role model in your 24-hour day. You are the only ones. That moment, those 5 hours a day, a week, they are the only chance and exposure they have with English. So you are the best role model for them. Do not punish it. Take advantage of that technology and use it this way. Maybe create a WhatsApp group. Okay, communicate in English, and I'm going to check That communication. With this, they can do screenshots, print them, and show them to you. Use it to your advantage. With them or against them, think about it, right? So now that we have been reflecting on the use of WhatsApp, now please, we are going to focus in reading. What are the four basic, the four skills? The four language skills are related to each other in two ways. The two productive or active ones are listening and speaking. That's why it is very important your professional enhancement as an English teacher. That's why it's very important the role of Icpna in providing these kind of seminars to public school teachers. This is a great chance for you to enhance your English. So the students are going to listen to you first. Students are going to follow your examples. So you are the best role model in class. While they listen, is what they are going to produce. That's why exposure is very important, and quality of exposure as well. Today we are not going to focus on the first two ones, and we're going to focus on the second one, which is reading and writing. I would like to know the book that you use in your schools, in public schools. Which ones do you use? I have from Santillana, is that right? Is the book in English, or has some Spanish?
Depends on the level. Which is regular, that's from any editorial. But if it's con la escuela completa, they use the book from Edusoft, which is a platform.
Only in English.
Yeah, everything is in English.
Do you use platforms in schools? Do your students take advantage of the platforms? Is internet a problem, internet connection? Sometimes. Very good. Alright. So as you can see, it's very important what students read, because that is going to be the foundation for the following activity, which is writing. That's why reading and writing are always connected. And if you analyze your books, there is an order that the program follows, right? The pattern of a book. We start with vocabulary. Listen. If you study at Icpna, you should know the sequence of activities. Vocabulary, listening, pronunciation, then reading, and after reading, writing. Talk to your colleagues. What do you think that is the secret? Reading, writing. Either basic, intermediate, or maybe advanced phase. That is the sequence of activities. Why reading always comes before writing? Please talk to your colleague. Why? Is there a reason? Please talk to your colleague.
So it is a private school, one of the first bilingual schools in Lima.
Santa Rosa.
Yes, de Lima, in Lince.
Merinol? The Merinol?
Merinol.
Merinol congregation.
Yes.
Of course. And the level of English software is
very high.
It is.
It's very high.
What's your name?
Luis.
Luis, please.
Okay.
Would you like to share with us?
Yeah, so one thing that I want to tell is that reading is considered first nowadays because students have to get familiar first with the vocabulary, and also students have to be able to scan and skim information about what they are going to read on. And writing is considered almost at the end, okay, because the students have to use lots of strategies and methods to produce, no, in writing, no.
Thank you, Luis, right? Thank you. Somebody else? Somebody that would like to share? Thank you for making us aware of the strategies, either writing or reading. Good, and that is true. I'm going to show you one book that we use here at Icpna. It is from the Intermediate 5 cycle. Our intermediate phase takes 12 months. And as you can see, the readings are longer. Right? That is a characteristic of an intermediate level, longer. And what is the exposure that our students have in a reading, in a text? What they can see visually. That's right, picture. What else? What is the picture? Vocabulary, good. That's right, the lexis. Very good. The paragraphs. Designing our syntax. Something else? Somebody said spelling. That's right, punctuation marks. Good, because it is a model for students. After reading comes writing. And now the question is for you. Teaching is a relationship. Teacher, students, students, teacher. My students are going to learn in the degree that I also invest in my own professional enhancement. Please raise your hands. Raise your hands, the teachers who have taken an international exam lately in the last 2 or 3 years. An international exam, and we are evaluated in writing, right? Okay. For example, Luis, which exam have you taken recently?
Well, last year I passed the Michigan exam here in
The Michigan, the ECPE. I do encourage you to get prepared, to study and take one of these international exams. Icpna has courses for TOEFL and Michigan preparation. I do encourage you because the only way that you can teach, inspire, it is also investing in your own professional enhancement. How many words minimum do we have to write in an essay for international standards? An idea? More than 200, more than 300, there is a number of words that we need to write. How many words do you remember this student had in his WhatsApp conversation? 20 something, more than 20, right? Multiply by 10, 15. Those are the number of words either Michigan or Cambridge they are going to request for a proficiency level, right? When you write. So think about it, writing, it's a very important skill. It takes time, inspiration, but you need a lot of resources, right? Okay, so let us continue with the following. You have received slips of paper, staples, right? Working groups of 4, and what you're going to do is reading. I'm not sure about the kind of text or reading you have in your book, but if you want to get your students' attention, especially when do we start classes? April or March?
March.
March? We start in March, no? When I was such, it was April. March the 1st, right? Okay. Students come from vacations. Students come, it is still summer, so please, your first lesson, your first day has to be memorable and meaningful. Bring something extra, go beyond the book. What we have given you, it's a story. It is the legend of the panda bear. Choose any character, something that you think is going to be appealing to your students, ages, students, context. You are the best person to see and to choose the right activity material for your students, right? So please remove the staple and put the story in order. What do we have to do? Remove the staple. Second, what are you creating by? What are you creating? What are you creating by cutting that story in 4 parts. Very good. 2 working groups. 2 working groups. All right. You are saving paper, taking care of the trees. Then you can pick up the material that is going to be yours. Now, please, in groups of 4, put the story in order. And then, when you have the legend of the panda bear ready, let me know. And then you are going to explain how you put it in order, the strategy you use, and maybe you don't have to know every single word in vocabulary, but the most important words, the key words that will help you put the story in order. So please, working groups, the legend of the panda bird. Just raise your hands when you have the story ready. Telephone ringing. Please stand up. Shall we clap our friends? Start number 1, put the story in order. When we check that you did it right, you have to read it. Read aloud. What do you think is important to read aloud? What do you think is going to encourage your students to read aloud? That's right, pronunciation, intonation, rhythm. Very good. Many things, right? And stress and intonation, that's right. Dante and companion, can you stand up and tell us the order? Show the paper, because we don't have time. Show the paper. Thank you, Dante. Thank you, Dante. Alright. Picture number 1, strip number 1. Look at the picture, is that correct? Yes. Raise your hand. Yes. What is the second picture? The one with the gem word? Picture number 3.
Yes.
The panda crying. And finally, the mountain. That's right. This is the legend of the panda bird. Have you read this before? No, right? When I heard this story, I like it very much, and I implemented this activity here at Icpna with a group of intermediate students and advanced. When it is an advanced group, it is faster, and you have to move on quickly and think about a follow-up activity. But with your school students, you have to think about the next step. And what is the next step? Read it aloud for pleasure. That's it. Are you going to make questions about it? Thank you, Dante. Let us read, please. Can you read? Listen to Dante and companion. He's eager to participate. Oh, I'm sorry.
This is the last part of this interesting legend. No, the last one. The last one. Yeah. Oh, you want the first one? Okay. So this is the beginning of a beautiful legend, the legend of the panda bear. Long ago, once upon a time, a young and beautiful girl lived in the Willow Valley with her family. She was a shepherdess, loved by all who knew her for kindness and good nature. Whenever she took her sheep into the hills, the young panda would come to join her. Perhaps mistaken them for his own kind, but in those days, pandas were wild.
Thank you. Next one would be, thank you. Second part, please. Can you continue reading? Yeah.
Okay, I'll be glad to.
Thank you, Dante. Thank you.
One day, the panda arrived as usual, but he had not been playing with the flag for long when a leopard jumped from a tree and began to sabotage the helpless cub. Careless of her own life, the girl picked up a stick and began to beat the leopard. The panda ran off, but the leopard turned on his attacker and killed her.
Thank you, Dante. You're awesome. All right. Are you paying attention what Dante is doing? Yes. What is he doing with that reading? His intonation and emotion. How will you use this gadget and the reading that he's doing? How many students do we have per class in the schools? 20-something, 30-something. If you want to check everybody's pronunciation, it's going to take a lot of time. It is good. It is good. It's fair to listen to everybody, but it takes time. Ask your students to record the reading there. That way you are going to check if they were able to put the story in order. And then, if they would like to share with the class, you can play the recording with a whole class, right? And you are going to see the reaction of the students. Not everybody likes to be heard in front of everybody, especially in the recording. It's embarrassing, right? When you see yourself in a video, when you hear your own voice, it can be embarrassing, but you are the one that has to produce the affective features, so everybody shouldn't be embarrassed to make mistakes or to show yourself. Because that is your voice, that is your face in the video, it is yourself, right? Thank you, Dante. Shall we stand here? Class for Dante. Thank you, Alright, so that was funny. And, okay, please, let us go through this quickly because we are running out of time. Exercises for teaching and learning reading. Before you read, you have a panda bear. How would you exploit this text? Before you read, what would you do? Show the picture of a panda. Alright, and then listen ideas. For example, what do you know about a panda? Where are they from? Asia. What do they eat?
What do they eat?
What do they eat? Bamboo, that's right. Simple, short and sweet, and listen and move on. That is a characteristic of an activity like this one. The story is very nice, it's sweet because of the animal, because of the panda bear. So if you make it longer, it can lead into students getting a bit bored. You already got your students hooked up with the topic and with you. Next, please, comprehension questions. One question, please, a comprehension question about this panda bear story. A comprehension question, a WH question. You can.
Where does it live?
Thank you. Where does it live? What is the name of the mountain, the range of mountains? Thank you. Reconstruct the passage. What does it mean? Very paraphrasing, summarizing, and taking turns. At least 1 or 2 sentences per member in the group. Extensive reading, which is reading for pleasure. Question, do you have libraries in your schools?
Yes.
Think about an activity. I will show you a project of one of our teachers, Monica Delgado, designed a very interesting project that I will show you in a few seconds. We also have a library in each of our branches at Icpna. Mix and match reading groups, You assign pieces of writing like this one, or complete readings, and then after the group finds the order of the reading, one member moves to another group and you rotate. Using authentic material. Is this authentic material? Yeah. More authentic material would be newspapers, magazines, comics. At the library and here at Icpna, we host every year the comic festival, right? Comic book day. You should come. It's a very, very interesting and very good event. All right, that is exercise for reading. Exercises for teaching and learning writing. Antonio has just distributed an activity, and I recommend you, if your students, as teachers, if we have difficulties first having students writing, there is a second step after students write. What do we have to do with those pieces of writing as teachers? What do we have to do with those pieces of writing? Correct them. That's right. Correct. But there is one step. The first one, please teach your students how to write a paragraph. Write a paragraph. It is very important. You have just received an activity from one of our books, and they give you, it is like an A to Z guide from, we start with, please, you're going to work in groups. It is, what is the definition of a paragraph, somebody? It is a short piece of writing. A short piece of writing. That's how everything starts. Short pieces, achievable tasks. So students feel encouraged, not demotivated. They feel motivated, little by little. You can establish this as your long-term goal in the school. These first 3 months, your students are going to design paragraphs. And it says, it is a short piece of writing that focuses on one idea. One idea. What happens with our students? Can you tell me what do they watch on television? Esto es guerra. When they leave the classroom and they go to a kiosk or a shop, what do they have on the newspapers and the kiosk? What do they see in newspapers? The football matches, the football players, etc. It is not our students' fault not having creativity and not liking to write. It is the exposure of the media. It is the media that is bombarding our children, teenagers with that information. So your work is double and triple because you have to teach writing, but also inspire your students to write. And that is writing. You have to want, you need to like it, and then you need to have inspiration, either for narrating real things or for creating and inventing. That's why we have Mario Vargas Llosa with such great creativity. Writing is creativity, and it is not easy to write. Creating takes time. So please get your students hooked up with this achievable task. Ask your students to write paragraph. Follow this step because in a way, this is a guide. Here you have activity 1, supporting the main idea of the paragraph, supporting sentences that explain the idea. Teach your students what a paragraph is, what a supporting idea is, and what a conclusion sentence is. Paragraph, supporting idea, conclusion sentence. Short and sweet. Practice that. It is like training, it is like soccer, it is like any other activity. It is a brain exercise. Choose an interesting topic and make your students write. And after they write, what do you do with those papers? We check them, collect those papers. Here at Icpna, our students in advanced writing, they keep this. You're very familiar with this. And this is a portfolio for any basic, intermediate, advanced, and also for you as teachers. Okay, writing needs to be studied, and as teachers, we need a tutor for writing. You start writing and share and peer correct among yourselves, because it is all that is graded in international exams to show our proficiency level in English, right? Let us continue with exercises for teaching writing. The first one is brainstorming. You're familiar with that. Brainstorming. Mind mapping. Okay. Please, I brought this from early in the morning and I was displaying there for you to see. What do we have there stick on the board? Are you familiar with this? What are they? Visual organizer. And what is a mind map or a graphic organizer? What is it? It is a, look, it is a visual tool for what? Good. Organizing information. But what was the first activities the student had to do? We had to read. Question, have you ever implemented this activity with your students? And what was the outcome? What was the result? Did you like it? Did you like it?
Good morning, everyone. At first, they get bored. At first, because they need to think and to use a lot of vocabulary. That's why. But at the end of the topic, they realize that they learned.
Thank you. And they develop one skill. Right? It is something else that everybody, either English or Spanish, we should develop, because it also helps us in our daily lives, in our human relationship, which is summarize, be concise, go straight to the point. Very good. Being concise, having the skill to summarize is not easy. That's why the first steps, the first achievements are going to be students just doing copy-paste, copy-paste, copy-paste. Even though they give you copy-paste, praise your student because it is an effort. They are using this for the first time. Possibly students were not trained for doing graphic organizers. When we studied in school, remember? Let us remember our school years, all of us, including me. Did we study with graphic organizers? When you receive your book of Cesar Vallejo or any other book or literature, what did you have to prepare? A graphic organizer? No, we were requested to a summary or what I recall is ficha bibliográfica, right? Nowadays, our children, do they use graphic organizers? Yes, they do. And sometimes, I remember at university, a professor requested me, don't give me a handout, give me a graphic organizer. And she was evaluating graphic organizers. All right? And I brought these samples from basic 9 to intermediate 8 students, graphic organizers. Request your students the most beautiful ones, and you can show. Whenever I have a class, I display all my graphic organizers, so my students have good samples, inspiration, and then you change your